some doors open up. So we will be doing the cleanse again. Okay? We will be doing the cleanse again, just to let you all know that on the show, we're definitely will be doing the cleanse again. Give me a second. We are live. Make sure y'all thumbs up and share the video. Thumbs up and share. Give me a second. Let my mods know that we live. We get into it. In a second. Where are we at? We are live, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a lot that we're going to discuss. So, on yesterday, we went to Barnes & Noble. So, let me tell y'all the books that we got. So, I got this bag. And everybody keep asking me, Wiley, what do you really like? Like, what is your love language? It's books. So that's my love language. It's books, 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 books. So we got Lonnie Richard. Okay, we got that book. It's really good. I'm currently reading this right now. Then it was an Oprah. It was an Oprah book club pick called A Guardian and a Thief. We picked this up, and I was like, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna give Oprah another chance, because usually Oprah book club picks don't be that good. But since it's Oprah, I'm gonna give her another chance. And this book, King of Ashes, they was hyping this book up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. And then this other book, now this is like one of the biggest books that I purchased. It's called JFK Slain and Dallas LBJ Takes Oath. This is Stephen King book that I got. That's like one of the largest books that I got. What else did I get? And another book that I got is called The Spook Who Sat at the Door. I got that. So I got a lot of books. So shout out to Barnes & Noble. They have definitely helped me out, because I was like trying to get The Spook That Sat at the Door. Now, mind you, I was there to go get The Yellow Wife. And so when I left, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to get The Yellow Wife. Okay? I really, really like to read. Like, reading to me is like really, really good. It's really good therapy. So like read and chill and everything. And so some of my birthday money that people gave, I said, hey, I'm gonna go treat myself to some books. Okay. I don't go out, I don't drink, I don't smoke. So I said, let me go out. Let me go out and buy some books. Okay. So we was definitely doing that. Now we gonna get into the mess, but y'all here for. And when I tell you a quick little story. So I was at Chick-fil-A. I went to go get me something to eat. I said, let me get something to eat. I'm super, super hungry. And I started smelling some doo-doo. Have you ever been sitting somewhere you thinking that you stepped on some doo-doo? I was like, now, wait a minute. I'm trying to eat. I could not enjoy my chicken nuggets. It was a bad smell. I'm like, who in the world? And it wasn't me, because I'm checking under the seat. I'm checking under my arms. I said, this is me. I'm checking everywhere. This is like, what is it? Is it me? Did I left? Because I'll hurry up and eat it, because I'm thinking that, oh, maybe it's me. So I leave out, and it wasn't me. I said, who in the world will come outside in the cold, smelling like boo-boo? Now, don't be talking about, but Wiley, what if they homeless? They don't have showers. They got showers. If you in Las Vegas, it's called the Courtyard, where you can go there Monday through Sunday, and get a shower. At the Courtyard, they got a laundry service. That's Monday through Sunday, where you could put your items in a bag and they will wash your clothes. Even at the Courtyard, they even got it where you can get a haircut. So it's no excuse to be smelling bad. It's no excuse. And if you're a man, at the Catholic Charities, when you go and stand in that line, they got showers. They got clean clothes there. You go to the service department, client services, and they'll give you some clothes. How do you know this? Because I've done it. And then went to the shelter and took a shower, and the shower was hot. Then that other time I took a shower there, it wasn't that hot. So it's like no excuse. Go have showers there every day. So I'm like, it was just like a bad smell. Okay. So yeah, all that they definitely have it all that there, and they be having places where they can get you off the street. You just have to do a lot of leg work. And then also I want to tell y'all too. So today I had another test today. So I get a phone call. I'm not gonna go into details in the phone call, but it was some bad news. And when I got the bad news, I knew I handled it so well. Because I got a DM, it was some terrible news, personal bad news. And I handled it so well, and I didn't crash out. Shout out to Baha. Glory to God. Hallelujah. I did not crash out. When I tell you the news that I received, the old Wiley would have crashed out. I handled it so well. I was on the phone. I handled it so professional. And I contacted one of my friends, and I got on the phone with my friends, and they gave me some good sound advice. I said, I'm taking your advice because it seemed like this is deja vu, and I'm handling this really, really well. Okay, out of all this stuff that's going on, I was dealing with some things, and I'm still dealing with some things. But that's why I said I gotta go on a cleanse. And I was checking my YouTube, because everybody asks like who you be watching on YouTube. So when I check my YouTube thing out, I want y'all to see the channels that I be watching. Did I post that? Let me make sure to see that I post that. Let me make sure to see that I posted on the channels that I watch. Okay, yes, I did post it. And I'm going to show y'all. I'm like, wait a minute. Let y'all see the channels that I watch on YouTube, because YouTube do the end of the, like the round up the year of what YouTubers you're watching. And so I'm going to show y'all real quick the YouTube channels that I've been watching. And these are the channels. Boom. Number 1 up there, Armon Wiggins. Number 2, WrestleMania. Number 3, my church, Transformation Center of Chicago. Number 4, The Breakfast Club, Power 105. And on the 5th, Unwind with Tasha K. Okay? Unwind with Tasha K. So those are the channels that I watch. And on the top of the food chain here was that I watched the Armon Wiggins channel. So I don't watch a lot of like the YouTubers in this sector because I'm a huge wrestling fan. So I watch my wrestling, do the church, the Breakfast Club, yes. And of course, I go over there and Tasha K because she be talking about other stuff. So I typically don't try to watch a lot of it. Of course, Armon, because that's like my favorite celebrity. But I don't watch a lot of like YouTubers in this sector. I don't. Like the ones that you see as my top 5 is, of course, is Armon and Tasha K, because there's so much other content that I watch on there. Like I love wrestling documentaries about what's going on with SmackDown, Raw, and of course like my church service. So of course I support them. And I even put some people on to my church. I was like, hey, you should go to my church and join and watch. It's good virtually. They go live, I believe, on Tuesday or Wednesday, Saturday sometimes, and on Sunday. And so that's pretty much what I do. So absolutely great. So yeah, so now let's get it. Did y'all hear for the mess? And y'all here for the mess, baby? I was watching fucking Aniva. And when I tell you fucking Aniva said it was your parents, the biggest fear of your parents was having you, and he was cussing at Tamar Braxton. And I said, now wait a minute, fucking Aniva. You doing all this cussing and cancer is eating you up on the inside. You literally got cancer on your bones. And you literally talking about Tamar Braxton? That doesn't make sense. And see, this is why I tell us, and I'm learning from these content creators is making money on YouTube. The first check I'm going to get, a big check, like say we make, speaking of this, is $80,000 off YouTube. I'm going to invest that to make it to $160,000. I am not about to waste the money, and then when I get in my 40s and 50s, I still got to chase the algorithm to go live to get a coin. No. I'm like, fucking that either. You don't have any properties. You don't have any stocks. You don't have any bonds. So YouTube is your only stream of income where you have to come out and drag Tamar Braxton. Okay? Like, I don't understand that. Yeah, Tamar's sister did die of cancer, but she wasn't messy. She calmed down. She literally kept a low profile. You didn't see her keep coming on live, dragging people and stuff like that. No, that's a time like to reflect. Like, hold up, let me go ahead and take some Dr. CB juice. Let me go to a church and let them lay hands on me. You understand what I'm saying? Not doing it to the point of you still dragging celebrities. I don't understand that. And it's something, you know what, y'all? One of my friends' son, and this is the thing, a little side note. So one of my friend's son had followed me on Snapchat. So I was like, oh, wow. I'm like, okay, how do you find me on Snapchat? This is a kid. So I'm going to his Snapchat story. This dude outside in the cold smoking a blunt. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what are you doing smoking? This little dude, he got to be at least 11 or 12. Smoking a blunt. And I said his parents ain't got no sense because, you know, they be doing all type of crazy stuff. But it was just like, you smoking a blunt? I mean, smoking it. And I'm not going to tell his parents because it was like, they don't care. Like, them kids do what they want to do. So it's not, I'm not getting involved. I told you, I have growth. If I see something, I'm not, listen, that ain't my business. But I'm just like, what in the world you doing? Smoking a blunt. When I was 12 or 13 years old, well, I wasn't smoking no blunt, but I was putting some in my mouth when I was that age. So yeah, I can't either. I don't, child, no, child. I mean, literally on Snapchat. And I'm like, I'm being like, what? Like 11 to 12, I'm like, literally smoking the blood, like, whoo. And literally didn't have on no coat. It's cold outside. It's wintertime. And smoking a blunt. And I said, should I tell his parents? And I thought about saying, no, because like, when you get involved with people, they get offended. When you tell them about your bad kids, they get offended. So I said, I ain't going to worry about that. Leave it alone. Let me finish reading my book. by Lonnie Richard. Okay, is it me you're looking for? Let me finish talking to my client. And let me mind my own business, because again, I'm not gonna get involved with that if you let your child go out there and smoke. That's your business. But you ain't about to cuss me out. I mean, I smoke every day, but I never smoked until I was in college yet. Okay? I'm like, what? I mean, smoking a blunt. And I haven't smoked or drank, and I do want to go to the club. I do want to go to the club. Hey, I do want to go to the club. Hey, I want to go to the club. I got to lose this weight though, because I want to get it in. Like I've been on my business and all that, but I really want to turn up. Really quick before we get back into the drama and stuff like that, I really want to turn up. I miss turning up. Like again, because I haven't really been going out like that. And so I get these urges of going out. But when I was outside, this dude had walked past me in some gray sweatpants. And he was smoking. And I'm like, I fell in love. I was about to ask him, let me take a little puff. Because I haven't done it in so long. Okay? Crazy. But I'm like, I really, really want to go out to the club and turn up. Yeah, because it's been a little while. Mm-hmm. Been a little while. Oh, wait, I'm live. It's been a little while. I see y'all here. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video and share. And I was going to do this tomorrow, but I said, no, I'm doing this today because I got to get back. My producer said, listen, you got to go live every day. You got to go live every day. And so, okay. They say, yeah, imagine what he'll be doing. Yes, and when I saw that, I said, this is crazy. But I'm like, it's like I'm being tested because it's the old Wiley would see stuff, and I try to get CPS involved and I try to get authorities involved, and they look like they're turning against me. So I mind my business. When it comes across, I'm telling you, I had got a bad news today. I was literally in my client home, and I had got some terrible news, but I handled it so well, and I'm so happy that the medication is working. Let me tell you, we gonna get into the mess of the drama and stuff like that. Let me just talk. I ain't gonna rush y'all off this line. But I said, whoa, the medication is working. I am a different changed man from last year, and I'm honored about it. Okay, every day. And I'm gonna just set a little test because I get up, take me a shower, go to work, read my book. Look for other jobs, handle some other business, and I'm handling it so well. Like I'm on a good schedule. I'm not even trying to like being manic and all that stuff. Like absolutely not. I'm not out here getting restraining orders on me. I don't have no open cases for violence. Hallelujah. I don't. I really, really don't. It's amazing why the yes medicine is great when you need to balance chemicals in your system. Yes, it really helped. And when I tell you, sis, it really, really helped. And I'm just like a different person. Therapy helped me out a lot. I was in therapy, and I really towards the end, I was pretty much done because we talked about a lot in therapy. And I'm going to get back on it again. I'm on the waiting list to get back into therapy again. And it was great. But I really would like to have a Black therapist. So we can talk about the Black experience and stuff like that. So I can really get into that. But yes, absolutely. Okay. Now let's get into the live that y'all are here for. Okay. I know y'all here for the mess. But Diddy documentary, baby, when I got the phone calls and one of my producers said, the documentary is out, I said, okay, I'm going to go and chill. I'm going to watch it. It was so good. Now, we know about when he had the basketball game and the people got crushed, and I think about like 9 people died. It was talking about how Diddy got into it with the Uptown owner or executive there, and he fired Diddy, and how Diddy helped with Jodeci. He helped with other artists on there as an A&R rep. How he had these parties and how he how he did some underlining issues with Bad Boy Records, and how one of the co-founders of Bad Boy had 25% of the company. Diddy gave him 25% of the company, and then he threatened the dude with a bat. Some people said, sign over your 25%. So he signed over his 25% of Bad Boy Records. Then you also learn about the whole situation, and I didn't know this, about Biggie wanted to go to overseas to the UK to do press, but Diddy wanted him to stay in California, and it was a lot of threats because they didn't want, rappers from the East Coast going over there to the West Coast. So you just learn hearing all this stuff, and of course Biggie passed away, and of course also Tupac passed away in Vegas. When it came to Biggie's funeral, Diddy said, "Hey, I'm gonna pay for the funeral," and then he charged the estate, Biggie estate, for him to pay for the funeral, his estate to pay for the funeral. And I'm like, that's wrong. I was like, that's cold. Then one of the employees of Bad Boy did a new deal, and it was a favorable deal towards Biggie. But once Biggie died, Diddy wanted them to take away some stuff from the deal and add favorable things for Bad Boy. And the employee said, "No, I'm not doing that." And Diddy fired him. Then it was like they got into like the whole freak off situation. Now, mind you, me and my moderator, we are reading. I mean, we're done. Oh, I still got to read these last two chapters. I'm just dropping all these books, Chad. I dropped 3 books. We got to finish reading this Clayton Harris book. I got like 2 more chapters of this, and he was talking about how Diddy was collecting his sperm, and that Diddy would play with it, have Cassie play with it. Then he said one time Diddy kicked Cassie and all this stuff, and they were talking about it. He was like, "Please, why would you kick her in front of me?" And all that stuff was going on. And so they really got into it with a lot of stuff with Diddy, man. When I tell you it was a lot of stuff, it was a lot of stuff. A lot. So yeah, it was literally a lot of stuff that was going on in the documentary. Excuse me, let me get this. Oh Lord, I done dropped all this. Y'all excuse me. Let me fix this. Gotta drop. Put it in my bag. Give me a second. Y'all bear with me. Okay. All right. So yeah, and then also they was talking about how Diddy was behind the pow and the deletion of Tupac. So there's a lot of stuff in that documentary. Then it was the part that really got me. Diddy was out there hugging people in Harlem. This before he was arrested. He was hugging people in Harlem, and he was like, "Oh, I need some hand sanitizer. I need some hand sanitizer. I need to take me a hot shower." I was around the people and stuff like that. Like, he was extremely dirty. I'm like, Diddy, stop. But of course, the other situation they talked about in the documentary, I can't think of his name, but he sued Diddy for wages and also for other stuff. He was saying that Diddy would be in a bed with him, that Diddy didn't pay him for all the beats and songs he made for the Love album and all this stuff. And I'm like, I didn't even know that Diddy has 77 open civil cases. 77 open civil cases. Okay. Yeah, that's what he was talking about the pot. And I'm like, what? He got a lot of cases. And see, this is another thing I got to tell y'all. I'm just being real. Diddy Day had to happen. Oh, you just supposed to on a wish list? Yay! You did? I didn't know that. You did? Is my wish list? Can y'all buy something else off there? Okay, thank you. And also, okay, well, now we got to update. And that was the thing about the Diddy situation. And then we're gonna get into the deny stuff last. They said, "Oh, fuck it, I didn't even respond to Tamar post saying it didn't work after being accused of kissing Mendices in the back of an Uber. You're laughing stock of the whole internet. No one believes you." He said they're all laughing at you. This is what fucking Aniva said. What didn't work was the bogus statement you released on the letterhead. Just wasting that lawyer man good paper. No one believes you, and everyone sees you for the common and teacher secret that you are. Y'all see how she can't leave it alone? Too busy trying to get the last word. Um, Lady, please go sing or sneak around with somebody else, man. Whatever you do, just leave me alone. Because Tamar wrote in here, and it absolutely did work. It absolutely did work. You're the laughing. Oh no, that ain't it. Tamar, what did Tamar say? Oh, Tamar said this. And again, no tea, no shade. It didn't work. Then she posted a picture of a garbage can. So they've been going and beefing and stuff like that. So they've been beefing very, very heavy on the situation. They've been beefing very, very heavy. Okay. They definitely been beefing very heavy. All right. They said, I got you on Friday. The holidays broke my A. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And I didn't even know, like, do y'all have the yes, you receive it tomorrow? Okay. Wow. I don't even know what the person got on the wish list. Let me check. Give me a second. I should have pinned it to the chat. That's what I should have did. Okay. I should have pinned it to the chat. But anyway, I have the wish list up there. If anybody want to get something on the wish list, it's up there. All right. So let's get into this deny stuff, y'all. So Deny went live. He was talking about the restraining order, that the temporary restraining order was denied. We reported on this already. They late anyway. So he was posting the documentation of the restraining order. So Deny decided to post one of the documents had Armon Wiggins' phone number and it had Armon Wiggins' address. When I tell you that Armon has been receiving hundreds of calls of people calling him, pretending to be in the sheriff's department, pretending to be in the police. All these people calling his phone. It was one person that called his phone, hit me up in the DM, and let me tell them that I'm live. Let me find out where they at. Hit me up in the DM, and they said they was like, did not just dox Armon Wiggins on the live stream. And he said, yes, I called Armon and told him he picked up. It said, Deny is live streaming. And they said, We know where he lives in the phone number. I'm going to call in next time you go live to tell you about it. I'm like, what the world's going on? How in the world would you post it, the address and the phone number? That's just adding on to building the case against you, you idiot. You literally are the dumbest man on the internet when you're having an open case of, thank you, the open case of having a battery charge and then also you have this open case with this restraining order. You decide to do some harassment by posting his number and posting his address. How dumb can you be? Then they were sending the information to Coffee City, and they wanted Coffee City to post it. They were sending it to me, but I'm not posting his address and his phone number. That's dumb. Why would I do something like that? But they were sending it to Coffee City, and she had to write a whole statement on her community wall. In the statement that she wrote, she said, people are sending screenshots of Diddy allegedly showing Armon's address and phone number while he was live explaining the documents of the restraining order Armon filed against him. I want to make it clear. Please stop sending me it. I don't condone it. I'm not sure why anyone thinks I want that information. YouTube is just fun for me. Doxing, or exposing people is not my thing. I'm just saying I'm not saying Diddy did it on purpose because he was live. Anything can happen by accident. I'm just asking people to stop sending it to me. I'm like, this is crazy. Then Neek was live, and I'm up and getting ready for my show and stuff like that. So Neek was live, and Gerald from North Carolina Beat went on there, as well as Diddy went up on there. So they were all talking about the beef, the restraining order, and stuff like that. And Gerald brought up a good point. Why are you still talking about Armon? We could just leave him alone. Just move past him. Just stop stalking him. He was bringing up a good point. But the stalker wasn't trying to hear that. The stalker was not trying to hear that. The stalker was still saying, I'm going to still talk about it. I'm going to do this. I'm like, just leave it alone. And they said the Doxed address video is still up. It's crazy. Now, I don't know the situation between me and Gerald. I don't know. Because I don't have any beef with him. But I'm assuming that he have his issues with Armon. And he may be upset that I didn't take his side. Because I'm like, I don't take sides. If you have an issue with Armon, that's your issue that you have with him. But me and Armon is cool, so I don't see the issue here. So like it don't make sense. And then he keeps saying that Armon said that telling people not to deal with it. There is no evidence or proof of that. Where's the people to come out and say Armon told me A, B, and C not to hang out with you? Where's those people? If you don't have that, I have to automatically take your word for it. So I don't understand it. So again, I don't know. I don't have an issue with Gerald. He was on my show, and he was helping me out with some things with the website back in the day, but I don't have no issue. So I'm assuming I'm just putting it out there to see if it's stick. Maybe it's because he don't get along with Armon, and I get along with Armon, and we can't be cool. Maybe that's the case. But, you know, if Gerald want to talk, he got my number. We can talk. We can have a conversation, all that good stuff. But when he was trying to get into the stalker's mindset, because he wanted beef with Armon, he wants this to have some type of clout and fame. But these people will boost you up, and you will land back into a jail cell, and they will be sitting outside the jailhouse laughing at you. Okay? Like, this is crazy. So when they got a court date coming up. When is the court date, y'all? Is it on the I don't know the exact court date that they have, but they do have a court date with the restraining order coming up. They shall Armon sue him civilly and win an enormous amount of money and lawsuit and place a judgment on him. His life will basically be ruined. And on the 18th, they have a court date on the 18th. So we should see how that's going to play out in the courts, in the court system there. But again, I feel as though that Armon have every right to address and go after him legally. He had every right to do that. Because when you have someone that is trying to get in your space, trying to show up to the same place as you, going in the restroom, saying threatening words, pulling out their Sasha's, playing with it, and doing all this type of stuff is giving stalker. Because you can't say, well, I'm not a stalker. Why are you going to the restroom playing with yourself and threatening Armon Wiggins? That doesn't make any sense. Why do that? Just wait till he leave the restroom and then you go in it. Who raps and play with themselves and finger themselves in the bathroom? Who does that? I don't understand. This all says something that Armon was getting the clout from these other major platforms, and the stalker definitely was having his issues. I don't understand that. Just everybody keeps saying, dude, just focus on the case. Leave it alone. Focus on the case. Focus on the case. Focus on your craft. Focus on your craft. But he was so busy focusing on Armon. That's what he was doing. Like literally focusing on Armon Wiggins. It doesn't make any sense. There are so many other topics you can talk about. Why are you so much on one person? That doesn't make any sense. And people is tired of hearing it. They're tired of the beef, and they say, what, just give us the information about the court case. Just give information about the court case. Wow. They said no one said nothing about a sausage while they go on. No one said something about the sausage, but I said something about it today. Hello. No one. Wait. So no one said that about the sausage. They said how many reasons to be mad. Probably was mad. Billy gave Armon the cute first little interview. They ain't even cool. Yes. And she went over there and did the interview. And he up there literally playing with the Sashas, and he was mad about it. But she's going to go where the viewers are. And it's such an honor and a privilege that Milagro went on Armon's channel because, again, they are new media. We all are new media. Even on this channel, we are new media. And she literally fought for that and came out victorious. It's a blessing. He was just mad that Armon can't came and he needs to focus on himself. Absolutely. Do you think CNN get mad when Fox News cover or when MS Now covers or when ABC or CBS? They all know how to have relationships and be able to develop in that space. They're not worried about the next person. They're just doing their job. Okay? I'm just being real. And I agree. Amelie and Armon never really had like major beef. Never really had like major beef. It was always a little something, not a little major beef. It was never like major beef. Never. But I'm glad she gave the interview. Hey. Love y'all. Okay, we ain't gonna be here too long. We will post a number if anybody want to call in. So as he got word mine was coming, he was crashing out for 3 days straight. Yes, that's a problem. That's a problem right there. There's a major problem. Anybody want to call in and give their thoughts, they're more than welcome. 972-674-9462, 972-674-9462. You can call in and give your thoughts. If you have something to say about the subject, that'd be great. Don't forget to hit our Cash App, $Wally Show 1990. We had to come on the live today to chit chat because it was very, 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 very important. I'm excited today because we had some good news today and also some bad news. They said he thought this trial was going to be his Diddy trial moment, and it wasn't. He really thought that, and it's no shade. He really thought this was his Diddy trial moment, and it wasn't. I'm just keeping it all the way real. Oh, this gonna be the time I'm gonna go famous. No, you don't have the personality like I had, and that's what everybody was requesting. Everybody was requesting for Armon to go there. He was scratching it out and hit the video where he was threatening Armon. Yes, and see, that's what I'm saying. That's why Armon have to make sure that he get all documents, all that stuff is going on because you got some weird people out here, some very weird people out here. He was also bashing Millie, trying to tell Megan how she can take Millie down, and was praying for her downfall. Why when Millie talked to him, she also made up with Tashke she did. And I thought he was going to play it smart by being cool with Milagro so he could get the interview with Milagro, but he didn't. He said Armon never said he was leaving Miami because of, he never. He said because it's the holidays. It was never because of Armon Wiggins. It was Armon. It was never because Armon Wiggins was leaving because of the stalker. Armon left because of the holidays, and he wanted to spend the holidays at home with his family, and that's understandable. And he did a good job because he even got a shout out by Joe Budden. He did an amazing job. Amazing job. You can call in or you want to call in or you want to drop the link. Okay, I'll drop the link for you. Say that. Or you can call in either case. They said Sasuke said she would pay the $59 for Millie, and Sasuke she would pay the $59 for Millie and start a GoFundMe for her. What's up, Zaynon?
Hey, Wiley, how are you doing?
Doing all right.
I'm glad to see you still doing good. I'm glad to see you still on your path, on your journey. You look very nice today. I don't know what bad news you got today, but I'm praying that it gets better, it gets resolved, it gets fixed, it gets healed in the name of Jesus. I also want to shout out New Media with Milagro. I think that this was a big turning point. I was rooting for Milagro Graham because I felt like Megan Thee Stallion was being a bully. She could have went after all of her other counterparts who are making the same amount of money as her, but instead she chose to pick on Lil Milagro. And the biggest thing was you got this superstar team of all these attorneys, but yet you did not send a cease and desist, which is a very crucial beginning point in a defamation case. So shout out to new media, because they now recognize you guys as media, whether they want to believe it or not. Whether Megan Keenan wants to believe it or not, you guys are the new media, and we love it. Now, Wiley, this has been an interesting day today. I've been up since early this morning, getting all the tea, clocking all the tea, texting all the people. Let's start off with the docu series. I did watch the Netflix of docu series with Diddy. But when I watched the first part, I felt like I've already seen it all, because I went on Tubi and I watched pretty much all the reckonings of Diddy. So I skipped to the very last part of the series, and all of it really does make sense. And watching one part where they said that Justin and Diddy went into a bathroom where the guy allegedly got pow, and he went to the hospital, and they said don't tell him that he got pow here. So he went somewhere else. It was pretty much all believable. The only person I didn't believe at one point was Aubrey, when she was describing the incident where she blacked out, I guess, and she was in a room, or she woke up and people were over her and doing stuff to her. That's the only part it didn't make sense to me, because I'm like, how you don't remember, or were you doing drugs? I mean, were you intoxicated? Like, how you don't remember? How does someone else tell your story about what happened?
Yeah, that is so true. I don't believe that either, because I'm like, how they know all that stuff and she don't remember? Like,
it happened to her.
That's quite weird.
That was the only kind of confusing thing. I was like, I'm kind of confused. I don't know if I believe that. People love to jump on the hate Diddy train. I'm not saying he ain't innocent by no means, right? But when people get a story going on, they love to jump on and say, oh, well, that happened to me too. What happened to me too? So I don't know. I don't believe that particular part. I would say be careful. 50 Cent needs to be very careful, because I feel like he's going after people. And then that might happen to him eventually, right? He may come across an incident and they be, attacking him or putting out stories on him. So I don't know. He needs to be very, very careful in that respect. Now, this whole Funky Dineva and Tamar Braxton thing, there's so much going on. It's too much. I do agree with you. You got bad news that you have cancer, and instead of you praying to your Jesus, Lord and Savior, to save you, you over here combative about Tamar Braxton online. Now, do I believe Funky Dineva? Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
I do believe everything that he said will happen to Tamar, because I do believe he has been messing around on around his ex-wife, or I don't know if they're married or not, around her back. So I do believe that story. But do I believe that he's being vindictive towards Tamar? Absolutely. He says that he didn't go upstairs because apparently she was sitting on his lap, and they were making out in the car, and now she's saying like, oh, my teeth got busted out. Now she could have come out and made a statement and said, hey, this had nothing to do with Funky, but who knows the truth of what happened. I'm praying for both sides, and hopefully Tamar gets together. They say Tamar's going to allegedly sue Funky Dineva. I don't know. And so he receives a cease and desist, then she can't really sue him for defamation or anything like that. The last thing I want to talk about, which is really big and juicy, is the knot. Now, I'm being honest, Wiley. I'm a fan of Wiley, right? I'm not a fan of Armon Wiggins. I'm not a fan of the knot. But I do scoop in and out of social media on YouTube every now and then to get the scoop and juice. Now, Wiley, I text you today on the email. I DM'd you. I said, the knot had doxed Armon Wiggins, right? So now he puts it on the screen. He says, oops, my bad. I didn't mean to show the information, but he knew exactly what he was doing, right?
Yeah.
I went back, I rewound the video, I screenshotted the information, right? I said, let me call this number. Let me see if this is real. I called Armon Wiggins, right? And Armon picks up. This is Armon. I know it's Armon. He picks up. He said hello, and he hung up. And I said, I'm calling back again. I said, hello. He said, who is this? This is Zaynon. I said, Armon, you know that Divena is doxing your information online? And he was like, I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know. He hung up real fast, right? He texts me back 2 minutes later, and then he says, how did you get my number? And I sent him the screenshot of the Knox Live only to him. Only to him. I sent it to him. I was like, this is what the screenshot, your address, your phone number. Now, I don't know if it's public records or not, if it's truthful or not, where if someone has a restraining order against you that you can go in the database and see the exact information of who sent it or whatever. I don't know. One thing I can say to now, he is playing a very stupid game. For someone who's on probation, right, and who has a case open, you are making this a lot easier for them to put a restraining order against you and for you to possibly go back to jail by putting out Armon's information. I don't believe that he should have done that. He should have, redacted the form. If you're so-called new media, you need to be redacted the form so that way that you can, save yourself. I feel like right now it's a tit for tat, and don't say donut. What's his name again? The not alleges that he has all this legal experience and he has all this legal advice and all these things, but yet he keeps catching cases. And so that's what's confusing to me, and it's confusing me. Like he is his own biggest downfall. I'm seeing he's his own biggest downfall. Now there are wrongs on both sides. The Not's not right, and Armon's not right. Well, I wanted to ask you this because your name was brought up, and I wanted to see if this was true or not. Is it true that Armon Wiggins told the Not all your family business and all the library incidents and your mom's information whenever you were in your episodes? Is that true?
I don't know. I can't speak to that at all. Even if that was true, I mean, I put out my own family information. This is what we do, part of our content. But when if they say, for instance, for a point of conversation, then if it is true, we were mutually beefing. So if he did do it, hey, we were beefing at that time. But we're good now. On YouTube came out, Armon, one of the top channels that he watches, The Wiley Show. And likewise, over here at The Wiley Show, one of the top channels that we watch is Armon Wiggins Show. He was number one on my list, according to YouTube. So when they brought my name up, and I'm like, they tried to bait me to go on Nick channel, and I'm like, I'm not going on there for you to be cussing and all that type of stuff, because if a creator say don't come on my channel cussing, why are you on the channel cussing? So right. I think that's very disrespectful. But I already know if I went on there, I would have been cussing. So I didn't even try to go up on there and get my blood pressure up. Yeah, I would have been a cuss up storm.
Yeah, because now he kept posting the StreamYard link over and over and over and over and over. And I was tempted to go on there and tell him about himself, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stay neutral because I don't believe everything Not say, and I don't believe everything Armon say. But I thought it was pretty interesting when your name was brought up, because it was like, well, he said, well, Armon's the one that gave me Wiley's mom's information. Well, he gave me this information. He's talking about the library incident. He wanted me to go out there and do the dirty work and attack Wiley.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but ain't the library situation already public?
True, but I don't think they're not knew about it until Armon.
I'm just saying that's already public. So even if he did, it's already public. Like, okay,
I don't. It was a funny. It's so sad because you have the Not who lives in Van Nuys in LA. You got Zaynon who lives in Hollywood. You got Armon Wiggins that lives downtown. They know the exact building now where he lives downtown. You know, Cardi B is allegedly looking for Armon's address, or she might even know it by now to send goons his way. It's just dangerous. And I think that the Not's playing a very sick game. I don't know if he needs to be in a straitjacket or if he needs to be like in prison or something, but it's just not looking good for him. And then he said, well, I don't know, I may allegedly be in trouble with my probation officer, or I may have a warrant out for my arrest. You just making it easier for them, saying, oh, I got a good record, I got a clean record. And allegedly, Wiley, he says that he's taking anger management because he has an anger problem because of the whole Zeus incident where they have met up, whatever. And he said, like, well, Armon's threatened me in the restroom at Milagros' case. So, and then, what kind of person goes to a federal courthouse rapping lyrics in the restroom, right? Where it's a public restroom, anyone can walk in and hear. It's just so confusing. It don't make a lot. The Knot seems like he wants to seem like he's a very smart person, but he plays very dumb games and very stupid things. It's like, if you already on probation, number one, you're putting on all your information, right? I could call the Knot's PO right now and tell him, oh my God, Sinat's threatening me, not doing this to me, wooty, and get him in trouble. Like, he's not thinking, he's not using his brain, but he wants to sit online and cry like, Armon's attacking me, he's doing this to me, he took my channel. And then he says that he got good lawyer experience, but where's this lawsuit while against YouTube? I have not seen him update no lawsuit on YouTube of getting his page back or getting his money back that he knows. Where is the lawsuit on YouTube? And did he win?
No, he did not win a lawsuit against YouTube.
So all this legal experience that he's saying, like, it was the date was the 20th, I think. The 20th of December. He's saying, like, if he don't have a lawyer by this time frame, that he's gonna keep filing paperwork and to keep Armon, like, I guess, baited. To keep coming, because apparently the date was filed was 2/1/25, but it doesn't say when the actual court date. So I was confused. So
I think they said the court date. I think some people were saying the court date is like 19.
The 19th or 19 or 20th. But he's saying that it got denied. But how did it get denied if the court date is still coming up?
I think, like, when it get denied, I think they post a court date that you have to do a hearing in front of the judge. So yeah, that's where it's at. So I think when they denied it, they went on to say you have to do a court hearing. I guess that's the process in LA County of how they do it. When something get denied, you got to go in front of the judge again and prove your case. I think the temporary is like one stage, and if that get denied, you go to the next stage, which is going in front of the judge to prove your case.
What do you think? While I want to ask you, what do you think at this point the Knot should do? Should he continue attacking Armon Wiggins?
No, it doesn't make sense because you automatically you're gonna lose because you're the smaller content creator. So it doesn't make sense you jumping on channels and screaming and yelling and crying. It's not gonna make sense. The best thing that you can do is continue to build. I will never forget it. Roland Martin said, all these people be talking about me, but I ignored the noise and I continue to build my show. Now the show got over 1 million subscribers, almost up to 2 million subscribers. That's what you have to do. You have to ignore the noise, but he keep trying to change the court of public opinion, and it's not working because he's still doing crazy. Like even today, even the people that probably was on his side, he probably lost them today because he doxed Armon Wiggins' address. Now, what if something happened to Armon? Because of they saw that address on the Knot channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, wow, that I'm so hurt when you said that and I went and I watched it, I said, wow, how can he be so crazy to say that he's so smart but do something so stupid by posting that mean address and phone number?
And it's still up there.
And people was calling his phone. So
I was one of them. I called to tell him, hey, do you know that he's putting your information out online right now? And then I sent him the receipt. I didn't send it to you. You didn't. And I didn't send it to Coffee City, but I did text Coffee City and tell her that Armon's information was doxed online by the Knot. But I didn't send her the receipts. I'm not that stupid. I'm only going to send the receipts to the person who actually received. Now, as far as Armon Wiggins goes, that handwriting, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a little childish. It didn't look like he could write a little bit more better than that. But the only thing that he didn't do, Wiley, he didn't put out his condo number, apartment number, because that wasn't on there. Because he lives in a high rise in LA. everybody knows 8th Street, 7th Street, 6th Street, 1st Street. That's all downtown LA. So you're in that general area. So he's in downtown. So I don't know, Wiley. I just want to come on and tell you that because it's sad and unfortunate, but I don't think that not being smart. I think he's very emotional, and even though he wants to, I think he wants to be best friends with Armon Wiggins, but he feels like he's been crossed so many times by Armon Wiggins that he can't trust him. He says that when they were at the court case, and that's fair is fair. Denat was there first, okay? But CNN doesn't worry about Fox News. Fox News don't worry about MSNBC. MSNBC don't worry about all the other people that come up there to report on the case, what's happening. So the fact that you having all this beef against another content creator, just go there, get your content, get your clicks and views, and be on your way. And I don't understand why all this beef keeps happening. And then he's like, "Oh, he's being fake in my front. He's being fake to my face, but behind my back, he's doing this." Probably so. Who wouldn't be fake to someone who has a unstable mental and he has anger problems, and then he gonna pop off? You know? Who? I don't know. I just don't think that Nas very smart, and I think that we might be reporting on him in the next few days that he might be going back to jail. Wiley, his PO, whoever is in charge of him, obviously they ain't doing a good enough job with him or what's going on, because he might be going back to jail, because I think Armand's going to build all this evidence and keep piling it together and see, look, now he put my information out online. Now they know where I live. And all this stuff. So I think he's playing a very dangerous game, and he says he's so smart. So, and I hope that he knows what he's doing, because if he doesn't, it's going to look like more like he's the problem. But that's it. That's all, Wiley.
I'm so glad you had brought up that good point there, because I didn't even know that was going on and stuff. They said he did a live where he was yelling at Armand outside the courthouse. It's not good, because like when you're dealing with that, you got to be very careful, because training orders definitely can harm him in the long run. And so he definitely needs to get it together, because Armand is not playing games with him. And what he did.
Oh no, it froze. Wiley, you still there?
Hold on.
Hey, Wiley, I think you froze.
Yeah, I'm back. My Wi-Fi went out.
What were you saying?
But no, I think it's sad. I think it's pathetic and childish to put something out like this, because anything can happen to Armon Wiggins, that now that somebody got his personal information. And I think the courts, I think they should not allow court documents to have people's personal address when they file a restraining order. I'm just being real.
Yeah. He says it's public information. I don't know if that's true or not. Do you have any advice for Denat? Do you think that maybe because he watches your channel, obviously, he loves to keep your name in his mouth. Do you have any advice for him? So maybe he can move differently, since to help him.
Oh yeah, of course. Like my advice to him, I've told him this personally, that he needs to get the help mentally. Like go get some psych treatment, get on some medication. Definitely. That's my advice.
Well, I hope that he takes it, because I think he needs it. Someone said that he's having a financial crash out. I don't know how he makes his money, because I don't know if his YouTube channel is monetized or not, and I don't know how much subscribers or how much money he's making on Twitch. But he's trying to be a Twitch streamer, But obviously, it's not enough. He says that he owns property in LA County, but yeah, he got a mortgage and he said Armon's renting. I just don't know what's going on these days. So, but make sure you guys come in the room. Make sure you guys like Wiley's video, comment, and subscribe.
He say he owned properties?
He said he owns property, but he has a mortgage on the property.
So I mean, he don't fully own it because it's not paid off. But
exactly.
My thing is, but why are you worried about Armon if you got all these success in your personal life? That's what I'm not understanding.
I don't know the fixation. I don't know the fixation of Armon Wiggins. Maybe he's just jealous because he has more subscribers and more followers, and you know, his channels keep getting taken down. But that's the Knott's fault. You know, he has to realize that he is his own worst enemy, and the more he keeps trying to antagonize him and go after him, the more he's going to fail, and the more he's going to bounce back on him. Just create your content, right, and move on.
I agree. So you are so right about that. Just create your content and move on. And that's what Gerald was trying to tell him on Nick at Night Live, but he wasn't trying to hear that at all. He still want to go out there, and it's not going to work. I mean, this is a new era. People are tired of the beefing. They just want to see good quality content.
Right, and he has the idea, Wiley. Right, he put out a Twitter where he has all these dates coming up. Ray J's trial, you got D4 Davis trial. You got all these things he's got coming up, which is a great idea, right? Putting boots on the ground and going to those events. But he's so caught up with another king of content creators drama and mess that he's not getting his own blessings because he caught up in somebody else's mess. So it's just sad and unfortunate. I don't know how this is going to go moving forward because a lot of those trials that he's going to, I think Armon Wiggins might be going to too. And they're not made it a thing. He said the next time he sees Armon Wiggins, or he's gonna like do something to him because he's tired of him allegedly playing in his face. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know if Armon Wiggins needs to get security with him when he goes to the court cases because he can't afford it, or do whatever he has to do because I think he's unhinged right now and he's crashing out because he doesn't know. He doesn't know who to blame, but he's putting all the blame on Armon Wiggins. Okay, if lightning struck him right now, he'll be blaming Armon Wiggins for the lightning strike. It is like
I agree.
You have to change strategies. You got to maneuver differently, especially in this world now. You're new media. Just be different. You know. I don't watch him because I feel like sometimes he just unhinged and he just be ranting and going on and on and on. And his subscriber base is keeping him fuel because they're just feeding to his ego and to building this whole narrative against Armon. So
yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm glad you have, bro.
But thank you so much for having me on your show, and this has been a great show. And I'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much for coming on. You want to sing us a song?
Not today. Wow. I've been waiting for you to come on live since 7 o'clock. I was like, why? I gotta make this live, but maybe next time. But I'll talk to you later, Wiley.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Yes, love y'all. We want to thank everybody for y'all support for coming on. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. One time, always remember to put God first. Don't forget to go on our wish list. We do have our wish list on Amazon. If you want to be a blessing to us, please do so. Thank you all so very much. You can go on the wish list. Do I need to post it one more time? I probably need to post it one more time, but we're going to post it one more time if you want to be a blessing to us on the wish list here. And I got to add, I probably need to add on lights on there because so I can get my lights back. So give me a second. Let me drop it in here. All right, here we go. All right. This was fun. Little black boy, you beautiful little black girl. You are enough. From time to God, always remember to put God first. Thank y'all. If you want to be a blessed to our show, Wiley Show 1990. You could also go to our Instagram to follow us. We would love to see you over there. And on Facebook, you can follow us over there. Some of y'all went on my Facebook page and follow us. We almost at 10,000 followers on Facebook. So shout out to our Facebook family. We also, we got the book club back up and running. So the book that we are reading, we're reading this, Truly Lonnie Richard. Okay. We're reading this. So we'll be talking about it in some of the episodes of the show. So we'll be talking about it and stuff like that. So absolutely. So some other books we'll add on there, but this is what we're reading for the month of December. I'm still, before y'all go, I'm still listening to what is her name? Hold up. Because she is something else. So what is her name? Really quickly, let me go to my Spotify real quick. Leslie Jones. So I'm listening to Leslie Jones' book, right? Why this woman crying on the audiobook? Like, it's so innocent. I'm trying to, I really want to get by the book and see how it is in the print version, the audio version. Baby, she was in there crying. Then she even talked about how she got into a fight or altercation with her brother, baby mama. Then she was talking about her daddy. Her daddy took out a Radio Shack, 2 cards of on her name, used her name to get 2 credit cards for Radio Shack. When I tell you this book is all over the place, but I'm loving it because I'm still listening to it. So anytime I go for a walk or go get some coffee or whatever, I listen to the book, and she was literally on there boo-hooing and crying. I'm like, oh my gosh. And Leslie Jones. So if you Leslie Jones, the name of her book is Leslie, the F Word Jones. I'm reading her. I'm actually listening to her audiobook on Spotify. Spotify only allows 15 hours. So once you get through the 15 hours, you got to wait to the next month to get it. And your hours do not roll over. So if you don't use your hours, it don't roll over. It don't. Like, the hours do not roll over. Okay? And I'm just keeping it all the way real. But we thank y'all so very much for coming on. Wasn't this fun having y'all on the show today? So amazing. When I went on Nika, y'all was like, "Why you should come over there to Nika's show? You should come over to our channel. You should come over there." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna go on the live because they was on there cussing, disrespecting Neek. That's my baby mama." Joking. I'm like, they was literally disrespecting her on her live. I'm like, I could do a whole live and don't cuss. I could literally do a whole live and don't cuss. Okay? Well, we thank y'all so very much. I'll see y'all on the next live. Bye, y'all.